Tyler DeLuca here at the OU practice gym, and I'm joined by OU head women's basketball coach Jennie Baranczyk. Jennie, thank you for taking the time with us today. This is the first time we've gotten to talk one-on-one so far this season. So just kind of generally, what type of growth have you seen from the team throughout this season? And as the Big 12 tournament nears, what more growth do you have to do?
Oh, gosh, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. But I love the way that this team has really come together. I think from a team standpoint, it's been really fun to be able to watch. And there's some data points in that in terms of our assists right now. Our assist numbers in every game have been absolutely incredible. Our scoring production, our point production has really been balanced. So I think that part's been really fun. Obviously, we have great leadership in our senior class in Maddie Williams, Anna Yanusa, and Taylor Robertson. I mean, we've had all sorts of records broken and all those kinds of things. But I think from the standpoint of really being cohesive unit and playing together, I think that's been probably our biggest growth. And I'd say that on both ends. I think defensively we're really starting to kick it in, so that's something that we want to continue to improve on and continue to focus on, especially as we start to head into this Big 12 tournament time.
So you mentioned the defense there, and I feel like, especially these past couple weeks, it's really kind of starting to click. You mentioned the cohesiveness as well, and I feel like that's what it's been. It's been that team defense. What has the focus been on defense in practice compared to last year, and how much pride is this team taking in their defense right now?
Well, I don't know if it's necessarily just in terms of what we're doing in practice, but I think it's, as you really start to learn culture and chemistry and really understanding what it takes to win a game and to win throughout longevity of a season, right? And it's not winning a game, and it's not, okay, you have to outscore people. It's really understanding how you win every moment. And I feel like this team has really bought into trying to compete in every moment, especially in these last few weeks. I think we're really starting to see our potential. And again, it goes back to the balance. And the balance isn't just in the scoring. It's the balance in terms of our minutes, our rebounding, our assist numbers, right? Defensive plays, who's guarding who, our communication. So I think from that standpoint, it's been really fun to be able to watch this team really grow and mesh and put an emphasis on the entire game. It's not one part of the game. It's not just scoring. It's not just defense. It's not just rebounding, but really trying to really focus on the completion of a whole game.
Something that you've talked about on several occasions in post games and things like that is being able to take a punch and then throw a punch back and be able to kind of have that mentality where there's no quit in this team. And I don't think there's ever been quit in this team, but there's been times where stuff has snowballed. And this past couple weeks, especially that Baylor game, I think is the prime example of fighting back for the entire game. How is that also kind of a culture thing that you feel like has just kind of grown from this team this season?
Well, I think you're right. And we're a snowball effect type of a team. We're very, very connected, which is what makes this so great. And then when things aren't going well, not so great, right? And so that's where I feel like, and in that game that you just referenced, and there's a lot of points that we've had, really, I think, the last couple years, but when we're really focusing on in the moment right now, in February, I feel like a huge part of what we've been able to do is just focus on effort. We just want to work really hard, and it doesn't mean it always goes your way. But if you don't have that, you don't have a shot. So from our standpoint, I feel like that togetherness, that belief that we have, not just in ourselves, but what we have in the collective unit, when we have that and we can just roll up our sleeves and just work, we're a very, very good basketball team.